So many people today, they get, as soon as they hear the word Enneagram, they just break down. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure about its origins, okay? I want to ask you about something else that's far less controversial. How many of you guys know what this is? Glasses. Is this controversial? Is this demonic? Is this terrible? But Christians used to think they were because we didn't invent them. They didn't come from us. They came from the East. And about 1,000 years ago, nobody knows where they came from. When I was a kid, I thought it was Benjamin Franklin because Americans, we think we invented everything. Okay, we love Ben, we love him, but he probably only invented bifocals, which is a fairly amazing accomplishment until you get old like me and you have to wear them. And you're like, good God, why can't I just go blind? But these were invented. Do you want to know what these were called originally when Christians first saw them? Listen to this. It sounds cultic. They were called seeing stones. Right? Yeah, all the Christians are like, I'm uncomfortable. You know, you're doing the cross. They were called seeing stones, and the church preached against them. The church told people not to use them. Here's the problem. Priests and scribes found them very useful. Why? Because if you were a priest and you were a scribe, you were oftentimes the only literate person in your entire town, and your job was to read very small text on very bad paper to preach the word of God to others. And so these seeing stones became essential stones in the church. So glasses help you see out. The Enneagram helps you see in. That's all it is. That's all it is. And I realize we're so terrified to look within. But Jesus says the problem isn't without. The problem is the log in your own eye that you can't see. You can't see. Now, here's the thing that we all need to know. 60% of human beings will need glasses at one point in their life. Some are like, I see fine. Well, get old and then call me. I used to make fun of my friends when we'd surf. They couldn't read. They couldn't read the bill when it comes. Like, ah. And now my kids are like, Dad, you're so funny. I'm like, I can't read it. 60% of you will need glasses at some point. And you don't think it's you. You live long enough, it will be you. 100% of you. Every single one in this audience, every single one of you listening, 100% of human beings have a blind spot in each eye. It's a medical fact. You're like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Here's the thing is, you've learned to adapt to that blind spot. Your brain is compensating right now as I speak, and it's trying to fill in the data that the blind spot creates. So your mind is painting a picture that you can't actually see. We all have this. Every single one of us has blind spots physically in your eyes, emotionally in your hearts, and practically in your behavior. Okay, I got a new car, man. I love my new car. I mean, I love part of her. I've named her because the computer voice is a female from Australia. I just think Australians, no matter what they say, it sounds better, you know? I don't want a German voice. You are wrong. You know, I'm like, oh, let's chill out. You know, great turn, mate. You know, you are so attractive. You know, I mean, it's just. But my new car has a blind spot detector. Do you know how many times I've almost been in an accident? And my car's like, well, hey! Wouldn't that be helpful if God allowed us to be born with a blind spot detector? That was offensive. You hurt your wife's feelings. Your children are afraid of you. This is why you keep getting fired. But our cars are more real with themselves than we are. So all the Enneagram is, and I know, you've been on the internet, I know. And you probably have studied the Bible more than me, I know. You probably read Greek better than I do and Hebrew better than I do, but today's sin is about pride, probably not. The Enneagram is simply a tool. You say, well, where did it come from? Well, where did glasses come from? Christians didn't invent it, but thank God for them. It's a tool that has many contributors, but really it's a list of 7 deadly sins identified by Christians thousands of years ago. 7 deadly sins plus 2, anger and lying. And I think any personality tool that challenges people to look at their sins is a good thing. It's a good thing. So the Enneagram is a tool that can help you identify the problem in your eye. The problem you can't see. I don't have any problems. Everybody in your life is like, yeah, you do. You do. This is why relationships are so tough. And Jesus wants to change that. Jesus is looking right at you. He's looking right at me. And he's saying, why can you see Matt Brown's speck, but you can't see your log? And the problem is because your eyes point out. They point out. The Enneagram is simply a tool that can help you see, listen to this, what you might need to change. That's all.